Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. My name is Freddie Espinosa, and it is my great honor and pleasure to be your Master of Ceremonies in tonight's milestone celebration event, the 25th Anniversary Silver Jubilee of the United Filipino Seniors. And on behalf of the Board of Directors of the UPS, I thank you all for being here with us tonight as we celebrate 25 years of this association, a valuable and important association in Montreal. We celebrate 25 years of togetherness and service to our Filipino community seniors. Thank you for being with us as we celebrate the vitality, the rigor, tenacity of its officers and membership. And as we honor their efforts and achievements and challenges of the first 25 years, and as well remember those who have contributed and who are no longer with us. Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin our celebrations, I now invite you all to please rise and join in the singing of our national anthems. Please remain standing and join in a prayer of invocation to be led by former Federation and FAMAS President. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Jean Santander.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bonjour to the morning. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. What shall I return to the Lord for all His bounty to me? I will lift up the cup of salvation and call on the name of the Lord. I will pay my vows to the Lord in the presence of all His people. My dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, may I please invite you to spare a few moments in praising God, our Almighty Father, in this prestigious occasion. Let us all together bow our heads and pray. Lord, Heavenly Father, tonight we gather in celebration of the 25th anniversary of the United Filipino Senior Association of Montreal. We pray that you will bless all of us who are gathered here tonight as we all stand here at the threshold of a beautiful evening, hopeful of the joy that this occasion help us to reflect the past and the part that we are part of the group had tread on along the many years of our existence. Pardon us for the times that we were distracted, diverted away from where you want to be. Excuse our lack of attention to your word. May we be mindful of the gifts you have bestowed us in each and every passing years. In celebration of another year gone by, as a group, help us to breathe the holiness of what is still to come, so that we may all be strong, receptive, and ready for what tomorrow shall bring. May we always be reminded of our commandments to love you with all that we are and to love our neighbors like we love ourselves. Stand us by now, hold our hands and heal our wounds of the past. Help us, let go graciously all. May the joy that we feel tonight bring us to greater heights and praise of your glory. All these are in earnest and thanksgiving of God's endless glory and love. And this we ask in the name of our Savior, our Lord, Jesus Christ, the Son of the true and living God. May Heavenly God continue to bless our President, Wallie Basbacio, and the members of the board, and all of you. May God bless you. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, big hand for Dr. Jean Santander. Thank you very much. Jean? I wonder if Jean will be singing tonight. But of course. All right. Well, it's party time, folks. 25 years. Wow. This is a big deal. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to introduce to you the President of the United Filipino Seniors. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mrs. Wallie Basbacio for her welcome address.
Good evening to everyone. Bonsoir. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Naipagkarabiyo, amin. On behalf of the Executive Board of the United Filipino Seniors of Quebec and Corporation, for short, we call UPS, it is a great pleasure for me to welcome you and the celebration of our silver anniversary. It is indeed a great honor to be the president of this association that has served with consistent dedication and compassion to the Filipino community in general, and to its membership in particular since its founding 25 years ago. My predecessor shaped this association with their unique and diverse way of leadership. They executed the wisdom of their vision with dedication, determination, and creativity, will enable our organization to be strong and vibrant. At this juncture, I would like to express my sincere thanks and gratitude to the Honorable Mayor of Montreal, His Lordship Gerald Tremblay, and to the Borough Mayor of CDN and DG, Mr. Michael Applebaum, who accepted our invitation, thus making this affair a success. Without the hard work, dedication, and sacrifices of the members of the Executive Board, our organization will not be, as of now, strong, vibrant, and responsive to the needs of the membership. And I would like, therefore, to extend my thanks to all the members of the aforementioned board. Thank you very much. We acknowledge the arrival of City Councilor Seidel. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause for UPS President, Mrs. Wallie Basbacio. And personally, I thank Wallie for inviting me to be your host for this evening. I know Warley's been asking me to be your MC for I think the past couple of years, and somehow our schedules just didn't work out. But I'm glad to be here. Thank you for the invitation. And I believe also Mr. City Councilor Marvin Rotrand also joined us. Welcome, Marvin. Well, we now wish you a most enjoyable dinner. Our music is courtesy of the ever-amazing Blacksmith Band, led by Mr. Ramon Vicente. They'll be entertaining us all for the evening. Introducing during the course of our celebrations, including a vocal performance by FAMAS Binibining Pilipinas Montreal 2008, Marianne Meras, she's here with us this evening. A presentation of a brief history of the United Filipino Seniors by Mr. Salvador Cabugao. A special awards presentation for past UPS presidents. And we will have the Honorable M&A Raymond Basian to help us out with that later. Our guest speaker, of course, for this milestone evening, later on this evening, is our Borough Mayors, Cotonej and NDG, Mr. Michael Applebaum, we met him earlier. And of course, the highlight of this evening's celebration, the presentation of our United Filipino Seniors Board of Directors, presentation of our United Filipinos, and a presentation of our silver anniversary cake. So please, relax, enjoy, and most of all, later on, dance, dance, dance. Congratulations to the UPS on your 25th Silver Jubilee. you, Grace. Another big hand for Miss Grace Balanci, ladies and gentlemen. Our directors of the UPS. We'd also like to acknowledge the presence of many association presidents, community leaders within our 25th anniversary Silver Jubilee this evening. So thank you for your presence here this evening. Let's give you a big hand. Presidents of associations, there's so many of you here. We won't name you one by one, but thank you for being here to join us in this wonderful occasion. Okay, our next special guest. He is well known in our community. He's our own homegrown Filipino-Canadian national leader. Our former consul honoraire in Philippines. Mr. Cabugao has received many awards, notably the following national citations. Citation for active role in the voluntary sector initiative by the Prime Minister of Canada, the Right Honorable Jean Chrétien in 2002. 20 Outstanding Canadians by Citizenship Canada in 1995. Recipient of Canada 125 Outstanding Contribution Award by the Governor-General in 1992. And Citizens Forum for the Future of Canada Award in 1991. Mr. Cabugao is involved in various national advocacy groups as Treasurer of the National Visible Minority Council on Labour Force Development, Board Member of the Canadian Ethnocultural Council, Member of the Public Policy Forum National Reference Group, a Quebec representative, RCMP Commissioners National Advisory Committee, and National President of National Council of Canadian Filipino Associations. His local involvement includes member of the Refuge Juan Moreno, member of Social Justice Committee of St. Patrick's Basilica, and friend and advisor to various individuals and organizations. Mr. Salvador P. Cabugao graduated from the University of the East with a Bachelor in Business Administration and was one of the top-notchers in the CPA exams. He earned his Master's in Business Management from the Asian Institute of Management on a full scholarship from Sikip Gores Vilayo, was a CPA reviewer and assistant professor of the University of the East and the De La Salle University and the University Review Center. In Canada, he earned his diploma in accountancy from McGill University and became a Canadian chartered accountant. In 1987, he established his own management, accounting, and tax consulting firm, Cabugao & Associates. Ladies and gentlemen, here to give us a brief history of the United Filipino Seniors, please welcome Mr. Salvador P. Cabugao.
Salamat, Freddie. I know we are all busy eating, but I see a lull at this moment when we have a few dignitaries coming in. I am supposed to say a brief short history. So what could be shorter? A brief short history of the United Filipino Seniors. Now, instead of doing that, because you have that in the program, in any case, I'll just give you my musings of my involvement with the United Filipino Seniors since its beginnings in the early 1980s. Those of you who were around then will remember that the UPS, called United Filipino Seniors of Quebec, was the result of the merger of two Filipino seniors group at the time, the FFCAQ and the FFCAQ. That was in 1980 when Attorney Briones was founding or starting up the Federation of Filipino Canadian Associations of Quebec. That was in 1980. So it took about 3 years before they were able to merge the two senior groups into one, United Filipino Seniors of Quebec, which name was a suggestion of Mr. Pete Vergara at the time, and he became the first president of UPS. A year after that, there have been again rumors of new organizations being set up by some of the members, and I will have to go back to my notes here because I don't like to miss some dates, but at the same time, I'd like to mention the highlights when, after Mr. Vergara became the first president in 1983 and was re-elected for another year until 1985. Mr. Rodolfo Francisco became president in 1985 until 1989. Now, why I am mentioning this? Because this was the time of growing pains of the association, but he dedicated his time to making the UPS relevant to the lives of the seniors, inspiring them into what you see now, ballroom and folk dancing, as well as projects of cooperation with the other associations in our growing community. 1992, 1993, I don't see Mrs. Feli Castro. She became the president. But then Mr. Francisco was re-elected from 1993 until 1999. And at that time, we were busy forming our national organization. From the ranks, however, of the UPS, some members formed, again, other senior groups. But in many cases, the members of these new senior groups continued to join the activities of the UPS. Hence, the UPS continued to be the largest and, as you can see tonight, the most active senior association of Filipinos in Quebec. The fact that we have attempted at several occasions to unite the seniors groups was testament to our aspiration of having a credible voice and accessible venue for us to share experiences as we adapt to our new country, Canada. Together with some of the other senior groups across Canada, the United Filipino Seniors joined first in Quebec, the Federation of Filipino-Canadian Associations, which you know is still existing now, albeit they have their own problems of unification, and the National Council of Canadian Filipino Associations. And I was very proud at the time to be able to bring many of the members of the UPS across Canada for our biennial national conferences. Our interactions with our compatriots and our Canadian friends at work, in church, school, and associations have taught us to become responsible citizens. Now, I mention this because I'm always encouraging our compatriots to become responsible citizens. We have become more understanding and generous and less vindictive or greedy. I have seen in many of you, the members of the UPS, the values of honesty, loyalty, and respect. To Canada, we have brought with us the courage and integrity of a Filipino in building a society of our choice. We have improved ourselves in many ways through hard work, including babysitting our grandchildren. Many of us continue to work productively. Sabi niyo, retired na, no? Even if we retire, we still work. And some even advance our education. Yet we saw that a few of our own compatriots have not learned that decency, truthfulness, and respect for the laws are essential ingredients in a civil society, particularly in a growing yet aging community. Then in 2004, Wallie Basbacio became president, and she led the association in a spirit of solidarity and respect for everyone. Mrs. Basbacio was re-elected again in 2006. As seniors, we continue to be concerned, and this is current now because of the impending provincial elections, and I don't see many provincial elected officials here. We have the municipal officials here, but so you will understand that our concerns now primarily is health as we contemplate aging. We want to have healthy aging, and yet comes this problem on the economy due to our diminishing purchasing power. In addition, and this will involve our municipal officials, housing problems for many of our seniors. Most of us live with our children, but sometimes we want to be independent also. Transport or mobility within and without the city. Security, the peace and order across our neighborhood. And access to city services. These are still daunting, if not complex, obstacles for safe and healthy living. Our senior associations, including the UPS, are still ill-equipped to give adequate assistance, much less information on how we can improve our well-being. We have difficulty accessing health services, as we all know. We still do not feel safe in the streets. And we do not fully understand why our young people are not being educated properly in terms of discipline and preparedness for the realities of living independently. We feel still disadvantaged, doubly disadvantaged. First, we are a minority, and therefore we are not being heard, and that we are aged and are often sick or disabled. Last Sunday, Mrs. Basbacio was acclaimed our president for a third term. I salute Mrs. Basbacio and her team for upholding the integrity and relevance of our association. But it's more important for me to acknowledge the members who have become more involved and proactive. You, the members, make and keep our association strong, vibrant, and of continued service to our community. I personally know many of you, and although you are too numerous to mention by name, you know who you are and what you have done or have not done for our community. This first Jubilee, therefore, what are we leaving our community? I think your legacy is your courage, your pioneering spirit, your decency and honest living example to our next generation. In this second Jubilee, there are two things I wish for our membership: kalusugan at kaligayaan, health and happiness, and for our community, kasaganaan at kaluwalhatian, prosperity and peace. Maraming salamat po.
Another big hand for Mr. Salvador Cabuga, ladies and gentlemen. All right, coming up very, very shortly is a presentation of awarding of plaques to our UPS past presidents and the introduction of our guest speakers. So, in the meantime, please do enjoy the rest of your dinner. Thank you. Marvelous out there. With a tango. Congratulations. Nimble feet. So how's the dinner? Good? You sound you're all full because you're too quiet, huh? But we got to get to the dance floor very, very shortly. Now it is my great honor to introduce to you FAMAS President 1986-1987. Sounds like a way back, right? But then we're celebrating 25 years of UPS. Please welcome, to introduce our guest speaker this evening, please welcome Mr. Bert Abiera.
Thank you. Good evening. Before I start short and long story, our guest speaker tonight has a short credential but lack of accomplishments. His family is normal with kids of 14 to 18. Elected in 1994, he was re-elected again in 1998. It is in 2001 that our guest speaker was elected under the banner of Union Montreal political party of Gerard Tremblay. Since then, he is the mayor of the Bureau Coordinates and Energy. He also presides the Bureau Council and the Council Urbanism. Between 2001 and 2005, he was Associate Councilor to the Mayor of Montreal for Strategic Committee and Infrastructure, Transport, Environment, and all staff as a Council Permanent Commission on Transport. Since 2005, he chairs the Commemorating Commission on Environment, Transport, and Infrastructure, while still holds the function as the Bureau Mayor. Exceptional indeed. But we Filipinos remember him of several things what he had done for our community. One good example is the permanent location of the bust of Dr. Rizal. Our guest speaker and co-councilor co-authored the approval for this installation. It was installed in 1999-98, and we have requested for improvement and benches around the statue for our guests, because most of our countrymen coming from neighboring cities like New York and Toronto would like to take a rest for a while, so we request for a bench. And now it is accomplished. We have to thank the co-author of this project, Marvin Rodran, Sauli Seidel, Sela Senegal, and others. We seniors have a lot of things to say, but we are running out of time. For now, you might get bored, but I ask your indulgence that we are just starting to enjoy our second childhood. To make long story and short story long and short, presenting a friend of the Filipino community, Mayor Michael Applebaum.
Good evening. It's a great pleasure, of course, to be here again with you, and of course to celebrate 25 years of an incredible organization. To start off, first of all, I want to congratulate, of course, the President, Wallie Basbacio, the executive officers, and of course all of the members of the United Filipino Seniors Organization. At the same time, we also have the pleasure here this evening to welcome also Raymond Bachand, the Minister of the Metropole, Industry and Commerce, that's with us. Also Pierre Arcan, the representative, also provincial government for the Liberal Party in Outremont. Mount Royal, I'm sorry, absolutely, I'm sorry. That's right, I won't forget that. At the same time, we have also Marvin Rontran, City Councillor for the Snowden District. Wallie Basbacio for Darlington. Of course, Buddy, the Councillor, Honorary Council of Filipinos of the Philippines. Pleasure to see you. And of course, I have the great opportunity, someone who you don't see too often, my wife, Merle, who's with me also here this evening. I was saying to myself, and I was happy that, of course, she accepted and was soon going to be celebrating 25 years of marriage next November. It was also a time, of course, when Marvin Rontran was already elected. He was already serving in council, and Wallie Basbacio was looking to get elected. And lucky enough, he did get elected and has been serving now the Filipino community and, of course, the people of Cotonej now for quite some time. I wanted to take a few minutes because I have an opportunity as the borough mayor, of course, to realize all kinds of projects in our borough. Be it if it is 6767 Cotonej, which is an intercultural library, along with also multi-floors of all kinds of activities that are used by all the different organizations throughout our community. Be it also social development, be it also we're going to be building a new recreational center in NDG, and we've done so many good things, but it can't be done without the support of the provincial government. And I can tell you as borough mayor that it gives me great pleasure to be able to work with the two people that are here this evening, of course, Mr. Bachand and of course Mr. Arcan, who's there on a daily basis to take our phone calls, to work with us and to make sure that the community is well served. So on behalf of the community, I would like to thank you very much for all the work that you do on a daily basis. At the same time, the work can't be done without getting elected. And I may come back, of course, next year and ask you to vote for me, but I think it's important that you also support these two candidates on December 8th. And tomorrow is pre-election. And many of you will be going to St. Kevin's Church tomorrow, and it's at that location between 9 and 8? Between 9 in the morning and 8 at night, will you be able to cast your ballot early? And I encourage you to do so because we have so many other projects that we want to realize together. And by supporting these people, I know that we'll be able to realize it together. So I wish you all the best in the next couple of weeks to the Liberal Party and the representatives. At the same time, the UPS organization is an organization, the oldest organization, as mentioned by Buddy, in the Filipino community serving the elderly. And it's extremely important. It's important with all the activities that are done. First of all, of course, there's cultural activities and there's social activities. Many of the people that I see here dancing today would not be dancing in this way without all of the different activities that are held by the UPS organization. And it's important to recognize the work that they do. But not only do they do work also for the seniors, but there's all kinds of activities that raises funds. Funds in order to support and to financially help the youth of our community, and more specifically the Filipino community. So I want to thank you very much for all the activities that you do and all of the goals that you set forward. And I know that over the next year you will be able to accomplish and succeed all of the goals that you have put together. So in ending, I want to just wish everybody here a great evening, an enjoyable time, and I know that the music will be great, the camaraderie will be great, and that everybody will leave here extremely happy and pleased. So I want to wish you all the best. Thank you very much for inviting me here this evening along with my wife.
Awarding some very special plaques. Plaques of service, plaques of appreciation to past UPS presidents. Now some of them are not with us anymore, but they have representatives here that will receive their special award for this evening. To help us out, please join me in calling up to the front Josie Tapia and Estelita Torrio to assist us in these presentations. And to introduce our presenter, I invite up on stage, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. James De La Paz. Here to recognize some past presidents of UPS, and once again, some of the names we are going to be calling are not present, no longer with us tonight, but we do invite their representative to please come up and receive the special award. Ladies and gentlemen, first Filipino Seniors Association President was Attorney Aurelio Briones. Can we have a representative, Mr. Briones, to please come up and receive the award? The award is for Attorney Aurelio Briones. we will accept the award, Warley. Or somebody from the organization to please accept the award on behalf of Attorney Briones. She was the FFCAQ president. This plaque goes to Mrs. Mariquita Mojado. Is Mrs. Mojado with us? Can we then have a UPS officer to please come forward and accept the award on behalf of Mrs. Mojado, FFCAQ president. He was also the first UPS president, and we invite a representative of Mr. Pete Vergara to please come forward. Mr. Pete Vergara, representative.
Thank you.
This is for Vergara, Mr. Vergara. If you can please stay in front of the stage so we can have a group picture after all the presentations. President of UPS 1990 to 91, Mrs. Zenaida Acacio. Mrs. Zenaida Acacio, please. UPS President 1990-91, Mrs. Zenaida Acacio. She was the president in 1992-93, Mrs. Feli Castro, ladies and gentlemen. Mrs. Feli Castro. If Mrs. Castro isn't here, a representative from the Castro family. Or a friend, or no, oh, here's one of our UPS advisors to accept the award for Mrs. Castro.
Here's mine. Thank you.
We invite a representative to accept this as well. He was a president in 1985 to 1989, and again in 1994, 1998, Mr. Rodolfo Francisco. May we request there she is. On behalf of Mr. Rodolfo Francisco, President 1985, 1989, and 1994, 1998.
One more time.
She was the UPS president from 1989 to 2005, Mrs. Gloria Valido. Mrs. Valido. Mr. Bert Abiera will accept on behalf of Mrs. Valido. And of course our president from 2006, and looks like she's been re-elected for acclaimed Mrs. Wallie Basbacio. Congratulations. And we have some special recognition awards. Mr. Alfredo Narvas. If we have a family member of the Narvas family, please come forward to accept the award for Alfredo Narvas. Also a special recognition award for Mr. Artemio Vasquez. Mr. Artemio Vasquez. Mr. Ed Vasquez is here to accept this award. Special Recognition Award for Mr. Fermin Cosejo. Mr. Fermin Cosejo. There's a recipient. Obviously a very popular UPS personality. Mr. Fermin Cosejo. Congratulations to all our awardees. This is 25 years in the making. And looking at all of you, it looks like you guys didn't age that much in the past 25 years. Still so vibrant, still so active. Also, special award going to Mr. Johnny Arenas. Mr. Johnny Arenas. Mr. Alejandro Castro as well. Mr. Alejandro Castro. Somebody from the Castro family again? Not related? And last but not the least, special recognition award, Mr. Renato Aberin. Mr. Renato Aberin, please come on up. On behalf of Mr. Aberin, and those, ladies and gentlemen, are our awardees. This honors the 25 years of UPS. Long live, and may you have another 25 plus more to go. Congratulations. One more photo op. Congratulations to our awardees.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, as you know, we are very lucky and we are very honored to have a fine gentleman who is running again as an M&A in this upcoming election. Ladies and gentlemen, he is actually the economic development here in Quebec. He is a minister and a good friend of the Filipino community. Ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman actually, I approached him to about maybe on several occasions concerning some problems in our community. And he actually scored 7 out of 10 successful rate. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we would like to call on Minister Pasha.
Yes, merci beaucoup, James. Magandang gabi. Kamusta kayo? It's a great pleasure to be here, and on my behalf and that of my colleague Pierre Arcan, because this is a night where you say thanks to your elders, you say thanks to your past presidents, and society cannot work without volunteer work. Society cannot work without people helping each other, without people reaching to each other. And this is, of course, part of sometimes what we do in the National Assembly, but it would not be possible without people like you, a community like you who is very tightly knit, who takes care of your kids, and of your elders also. So it's a great honor for us to be at your service. And j'espère surtout, I hope that you turn out in large numbers to vote. I know people don't want elections all the time, but you need a strong government, so you need elections if you're a minority government. and we'll be at your service, the Liberal Party of Quebec, as we've been in the past and will be in the future. Congratulations for everything that you do. Merci, merci beaucoup, et bonne soirée.
We're going to be fast. I know you guys are getting a little uptight. Another friend of our community, I would like to call on Mr. Pierre Arcan. This office actually, the same office when the Health Minister Couillard was there, it is the same office where he continues the service for the Filipino community. Mr. Couillard is responsible for Ms. Laila Elumbra to be given the Medicare card again. Otherwise, it could have been gone to the Philippines. And this is the same office that actually solved that problem. And we have Mr. Pierre Arcan.
Thank you very much, James. I, first of all, would like to congratulate the Filipino community and the seniors for the 25th anniversary, which is a great event tonight. And I would like, on behalf of everybody in the riding of Mount Royal, congratulate all the people who have been involved in the organization of this event, including, of course, Mr. De La Paz and all of the leaders of the Filipino community. I would like also tonight to thank Mayor Michael Applebaum for the good words about our party. I would like also to salute Councillors Solis Zaidel and Marvin Rotran, and of course my colleague Raymond Bachand, who is probably one of the key people who has contributed over the last few years to make Montreal what it is, the area around Montreal, and of course the entire province solidly strong in terms of economy. So thank you. You know, I'm a former radio executive. I would like at the end to just say one thing. I heard a singer, I think Mrs. Grace, okay, Valenti. I think personally she has an exceptional voice, and I think she's going to have a great career. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, it's finished. Okay, it's not finished. The dance is just to be started with our great band here. I just would like to acknowledge again the great men out there, the Mayor of Cotonou NDG, Mr. Michael Applebaum, who is the darling of the community. He has done a lot of things for the Filipinos. And that is guaranteed that they'll be wanting our help again next year. We also have Mr. Solis Zaidel, a councillor, and Mr. Marvin Rotran. These are all the friends of our community. And don't forget to vote. Tomorrow is the advanced election poll. Okay, and also December 1st, and the big day is December 8th. These people need our help. Please vote. Go out there and vote. Or tell your kids to vote. Okay, it's important that these people who we approach every time we have a problem, they are there. So they got to be elected again, and we do our best to do it for them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, James. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my great honor and pleasure to be part of the team that is going to introduce the Board of Directors of the UPS, United Filipino Seniors, on this, the 25th anniversary, Silver Jubilee. To help me do this, I'd like to invite Mr. Bert Abiera on stage, please. Mr. Bert Abiera will help me introduce our Board of Directors. We know you guys are getting anxious to get back on the dance floor. This presentation will culminate in that event to happen. Once again, Mr. Bert Abiera, let's give him a big hand, please.
Presenting
the everlasting officers in the United Filipino Seniors who are still under early 80s, one of the peace officer, Miss Cura Enrile. Please come forward. Second peace officer, Mr. Aurelio Cabusas. If your name is Aurelio Cabusas, please come forward. Another peace officer, Francisco Abi. Here's one. Assistant Public Relations Officer, Ani Tolentino. Assistant Press Relations Officer, Lucimbol Chan.
Our PRO, Public Relations Officer, Fermin Cosejo. Fermin Cosejo, please come on up. Our Assistant Business Manager, Pasing Castro. Pasing Castro. Also, Assistant Business Manager, Estelita Torrio. There she is. Business Manager, Leonie Eufemio. Leonie. Assistant Auditor, Luz Doming. Domingo. Typo. Luz Domingo. Assistant Auditor. Also, Assistant Auditor is Luz Dizon. There she is. And our Auditor, Johnny Arenas. Johnny Arenas, the Auditor. Take over.
Going on. Assistant Treasurer, Mary Paano. Kahit paano. Treasurer, Florence Estiras Oy. Assistant Secretary, Evelyn Arenas. Assistant Secretary, William Pugi Fabia. William Pugi Fabia. Second Vice President, Mr. Alex Castro. First Vice President, Nini Francisco. Miss Wallie Basbacio. And of course, our chairpersons of tonight's ceremony, Miss Juicy Tapia, Secretary, and Marina Francisco, Assistant Treasurer.
We'd also like to request our advisors to please come forward, Mr. Wallie Basbacio, Mr. Joe Kalugay, and also one of our advisors, Mr. Pepe Carbon, who I believe is out of town. So Mr. Wallie Basbacio, Mr. Joe Kalugay, UPS advisors. Now we'd like to introduce the United Filipino Seniors Queens. Are the Queens ready to come in? From 1989, please welcome Monica Gabud.
UB's Queen, 1990, Rosalia Serin.
1991, Petra Cabais.
1993, Nina Florida.
'We also call on Trinidad Reyes. Trinidad Reyes.
Jane Raimundo.
Next up is Nene Chatenko. Nene Chatenko.
UB's Queen, 1993, Aida del Rosario.
Here she is. From 1998, Lucille Bulchan. Lucille Bulchan.
1999, Nadine Malabanan.
2000, year 2000, Filomena Fabia, ladies and gentlemen. Filomena Fabia from 2000.
Year 2001, Miss Susan Yamak.
2002, Zenaida Alvarez. There she is. UPS Queen 2002, Zenaida Alvarez.
Zenaida Alvarez. 2003, Rainy Lopez.
2004 is Lilia Ganancial. Lilia Ganancial for 2004. There she is.
2005, Edith Yapan.
Here's Edith. 2006, Vilma Putaran. Vilma Putaran from 2006.
2007, Rose de la Rusa.
And for 2008, Mayong Villano. 2008, Mayong Villano, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it.
Here's the cake.
The United Filipino Seniors Queens. Let's give them all a big hand, along with our board of directors and our board of advisors. Congratulations, one and all. And now for the presentation of our anniversary cake. As soon as we have the photo opportunity figured out here, with the anniversary cake front and center. And it's ready to go. The first number. It is my great pleasure to introduce you performing with the Blacksmith Band. Please welcome FAMAS Pilipinas Montreal 2008, Marianne Meras. Give her a big hand. And everybody on the dance floor. Party, 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 dance, dance, dance. Congratulations, United Filipino Seniors. Pilipinas Montreal 2008, Marianne Meras.
can dance, every dance with a guy, keeps on the eye, let it hold it tight. You can smile, every smile with a man who had no care about the 21 lines. But don't forget to take you home, and it was arms you're ready. So darling, save the last dance for me. Oh, I know that the music's high, like a sparkling wine. Go and have a fun. We love and sing, but while we're apart, don't give your heart to anyone. And don't forget who's taking you home, and in his arms you're gonna be. So darling, save the last dance for me. Baby, don't you know my love? Can't you feel it when we touch? I never let you go. I love you so much. You can dance, go and carry on until the night is done, and it's time to go. If you're all alone, and he won't be home, you must tell him no. But don't forget he's taking you home, and in his arms you're gonna be. So darling, save the last dance for me. Wake up! Oh, I know that the music's fine, like a sparkling wine. Go and have your fun. Love and sing, but while we're apart, don't give your heart to anyone. And don't forget to taking you home, and in his arms you're gonna be. So darling, send the last dance for me. But don't forget to taking you home, all in his arms you're gonna be. So darling, send the last dance for me. Baby, would you say that last dance for me? Oh, would you say that last dance for me? Say the last dance, the very last dance for me.
Thank you. Maraming salamat. Merci beaucoup.
Well, I don't ah,